Scared of getting ripped off when you buy or sell a used car? Don't be. Down at my garage and after some tips this week are Robert, who needs help selling his car with wings, Carolyn, who thinks she wants a family car, or does she?
It would be cheaper buying you something like this than getting filed for divorce, I would get away.
Plus, the fact that this car is dodgy is no accident, or is it? This limited edition Toyota Sera with gold wing doors is a real head-turner. Robert Drake bought it 18 months ago on the internet, but unfortunately it has to go. Since starting his own business, a second car is a luxury he can do without. He's had no luck selling it so far, so I thought I'd get Robert down to the garage for a masterclass. Hello mate, how you doing?
Yeah, all right.
Now, I've not seen one of these before. Unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Rob, yes?
Yes.
Mike,
yep.
I understand you've got a few problems trying to get this car sold, is that correct?
Yes, I have, yep.
Right, what can you tell me about it?
It's a concept car that was built in Japan.
So it's on Japanese import?
It's a Japanese import. It was imported into the country about 2 years ago.
What year is it?
It's a 1990.
1990.
Yeah.
Mileage?
It's got 115,000 K. And
On
it's
the clock?
a kilometre clock, yeah.
OK. Have you had it on the market for long?
It's been advertised for about 3 weeks, so...
Any calls, any interest in it?
I've had quite a few calls, but the problems I've been having with people trying to find things like insurance and that sort of thing with it.
Right.
Because it's an import, it's not easy to get insurance.
Nobody's actually come around to see it then?
Nobody's actually come around to see it yet. Everybody that's rung up, I've advised to go and check the insurance before they come down.
Right. Insurance, we'll tackle that later. I'm going to level with you, totally honest. I've never seen one before. So mechanically, I'm sure they're pretty simple because it's Toyota.
Yep.
But one of the problems that I can see almost straight away is these white wheels. It looks like Coco the Clown is just rolled into town. So we need to get them sorted out.
Yep.
Also, a little bit of rust here coming through on a wiper blade. You know, it's the little details that count on a car like this. Let me poke my head inside. I love these gull-wing doors.
They are great.
They're great, aren't they? They work nicely as well.
Yep.
What about, there's a pedal rubber down there that's missing. Have you got that?
I haven't, no.
You haven't? Well, I'm sure we can put a pedal rubber on there.
OK.
On the interior, it's a bit grubby, mate. Looks like you've been having a party in here.
Could do with a clean.
It could do with a clean. We can clean it up, no problem at all. Robert's asking $39.95 for his Toyota Sera. Now, I've done my own work and it seems a fair price. The Toyota Sera is a limited edition Japanese import. One of the production team secretly phoned Robert to find out what his phone technique was like. He took it really well. No, really, he did.
Hello?
Hi there, I'm calling about the Toyota Sera.
Oh, right, yeah.
What kind of mileage is it?
Yeah, it's 115 for those kilometres.
Right, now there's the first problem. When he asked you about the mileage, you hit him straight away with, it's done 115,000 kilometres. When somebody asks you the mileage on your car, you don't say it's done 115,000 kilometres, you say it's done 80,000 miles.
Yeah.
I've got the service history, well, it's not so much the service history, because when they get imported, we lose all the service history backwards from that.
Right, so we've got nothing from before it was in Britain, or...?
No, unfortunately, you won't do with any of the imports.
Right, yet again, it was a negative question, and you give him a negative response. You must turn negative into a positive. And the way to do that, if he says he's got any service history, brush past it. It's, no, it hasn't. It's got no service history because it's Japanese import, but since I've had it in this country, I've got receipts for a service I've had done, I've also had a radiator put in it, and I've got those. Just move past them and move on to the next thing. You learning something here?
Yep.
And insurance? What's it like for the insurance?
Insurance you need to check before you get it. Some companies won't insure them.
They won't?
No. Just purely because they're an import.
Big mistake. When they say, is it difficult to insure, you turn the negative into a positive by saying, of course it's not difficult to insure. I've got 5 insurance companies. I can give you the telephone numbers now over the phone. You've just got to say to them, it's got this, it's got that. Insurance is no problem. It's no problem. Why don't you come down and see it and we can talk about it when you're here.
Yeah.
Get them to your door. Robert can refer any potential buyers to this information pack if they start worrying about insurance or parts. Not a bad idea if you're trying to sell something that's a bit unusual. Now, armed with that, you've done your job on the phone. You now know what to do there. It's worked because I've turned up your house. I've come to look at your car. Yes?
Yes.
You ready for this?
Okay.
I'm a difficult customer.
Okay.
All right, mate, I've come to see your Toyota Sera.
Okay, yeah.
All right, and what can you tell me about it?
Okay, well, I can tell you that it's an import from Japan. The running gear is all standard running gear for a Toyota Starlet
right. Yeah.
and a Corolla for the parts.
The Toyota Starlet wing ain't going to fit on there or Corolla, is it?
No, it won't, but you can get hold of the parts. I've just had the front windscreen replaced, which took me 3 days to get it in.
What about all the stuff inside? I mean, does all that work? Air conditioning, electric windows, all of that rubbish?
Everything works on the inside, stereo and everything. The air conditioning needs pumping up. There's a special valve at the front here,
right,
which I haven't had a chance to do, but you can take it to any air conditioning company.
Negative. Why list off a negative? No. Yes, it's got air conditioning. You don't have to tell them.
Okay.
I know it's a white lie, but you don't need to say, yeah, it's got air conditioning, but it needs gassing up.
Okay.
Let them find that out. And it's no problem when you get under the bonnet to work on one of these, because I like tinkering about with them myself.
No, not at all. You can open up and have a look if you like.
I'll tell you what. You've done such a good sales job. I think I might even pull my checkbook out myself. Well done.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Couple of negatives, just a bit. Let them find it out.
Yeah.
Let them find out what's wrong with the car. Never ever confess to telling anyone that there's something wrong with your car, if there isn't really. Now, what really lets this car down is its awful wheels. While sorting them out will be one of the biggest jobs, it will make a huge improvement. Once off, the wheels are prepped, given a coat of primer, a coat of silver wheel paint and a coat of lacquer. Total cost, 15 quid. The wiper arms are touched up with £7 worth of black spray paint, and a replacement brake rubber is also only 7 quid. A professional valet, including an upholstery clean, comes in at 50 quid. The total cost for sorting out the Sera was around £80. Let's hope Rob is happy with our work. Well, there you go, Rob. Look at that. Little bit of spit and polish.
Superb, yeah.
And we've transformed it. But the one thing that strikes me immediately on this car is it looked like a circus had rolled into town when you first turned up. And now it looks like a normal car. The wheels are looking great.
The wheels look superb on it, yeah.
How do you feel about it now?
A lot more confident now. Being able to talk about it on the phone and get people down to see it. And then be able to talk about it coherently when people turn up, and because it does look so much better as well.
Good.
You can sort of confidently stand in front of it and sell it now.
Good. What about the price? Now, you've got it advertised for $39.95. How about if I was to, over the phone, offer you, say, £3.5 grand for the car? What would you say to me?
I'd have to say, if you brought the money down in cash, in your hand, and a little bit more, then we'll talk about it when you get there.
You are going to get this car sold. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Will Robert be able to tempt anyone with his Gullwing car? Find out in part 2. It's off to Hertfordshire, where Robert Drake's Toyota Sera has been the victim of vandalism. It's been keyed by some mindless idiot. Typically, the day after this happens, a prospective buyer in the shape of Anthony Davis turns up to view the car with his mate. Undeterred by the scratch, Robert launches into his sales technique.
Because they're a little bit unusual, it's nice for you to have a bit of information about them, and it'll tell you really about where they came from, how many of them were made. Yeah. In fact, they won design awards. You're welcome to.
Good boy, that's me information pack being put to maximum use. Good work. Now, what about those features?
But as you change the functions of the stereo at the front, the speakers actually either bounce off the back window or they point to, and these actually change angle. It's got air conditioning in it, and the air conditioning fan is there. One thing I would say about it is these light clusters in the front, when you do put them on high beam, believe me, they're high beam.
Robert's doing lots of things well. He's steering clear of the negatives and concentrating on the positives.
Lights, and then those are the high beam lights.
Right.
There's bloody lights there.
The test drive goes well. He's playing it cool, but Tony is definitely interested in the Sera. He gives it some serious thought and has a chat with his mate, and then it's time to talk money. Robert wants £3,995.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very well aware of the price of them, and I think this is, for the condition, for the fact it's a manual, which is very different, it represents a really good price. All you've got to do is go and get the cash and give it to me.
No soft sell here. Robert has the situation firmly under control. After going through the documents, a final word about the price from our master salesman.
Let's be honest with you guys. If you came round here tomorrow with £3,600 cash, you could take it away. That's honest.
Whoa, Tony really wants the car, but it all hinges on a bank loan. Unfortunately, though, the loan and the sale don't happen. But with Robert's new and improved selling techniques, I reckon there's a sale just around the corner.